so I was like so scared. I was just like petrified, you know, and I just sat there and I was like not knowing what was going to happen. And we got to some part of the mountain, and then the guy gets out of the car, and then the other guy starts raping me again. And then all of a sudden the guy pulls me out of the car.
Get out of there, man. Get out of there, man.
And then the guy turns around and he has a meat hook. And then they start splashing me. They start putting the meat hook into my chest and on this side. And then for some power, I don't know where it came from, I just broke loose. You know, I broke his arms loose. And then I started just like, stop, stop, what are you doing this to me for? And something inside of me just told me to hold my breath. So I just held my breath and I just fell to the floor and I stood there like if I was dead, you know. And they really thought I was dead. I heard him talking and he's like, put your hand over her mouth, you know. And he put his hand, and then the other guy, he goes, no, no, nothing. And so then the other guy went and touched, and they couldn't feel me breathing, so they thought I was dead. And they walked to the edge of the cliff, and they swung me. I could hear them going 1, 2, 3, and then choom, I went all the way over. I went all the way down. I'm drenching with blood. Blood's coming out of my chest, my neck, and everything, and I'm just holding on to that. And I can see the lights of the car going down the mountains. And when I seen the lights of the car, something just told me to start climbing. So I just started putting my heels into the dirt, and I just started climbing up the mountain. And then I just seen the road, and I could hear a motor from a distance. A motorcycle came, and then the motorcycle, the guy seen me, and he goes, you know what, I can't take you, you know, because I was the way, he goes, but the way I was, and I just can't take you. He goes, but there's a car coming. I just stood right there, and the car stopped, and I could hear these people getting out the car, and the guy telling her, hurry up, get her in the car, just get her in the car. We're just gonna dump her at the ranger station. And so they put me in the car, and I remember getting to the ranger station, but by this time I'm so weak that when I could barely start walking, all of a sudden I just collapsed. I just fell down, and all I could remember was them yelling, hurry up, get that IV in her. And I guess I was dying, you know, and then they got me into the wherever they took me, and when I woke up, I was in the hospital. When I woke up in the hospital, I hadn't seen my mom since my husband died, because her and my mother and him used to shoot up drugs. So I didn't want nothing to do with her. I told her to stay out of my life, and that I hated her, and I didn't want to be around her anymore. So I hadn't seen her like in about 2 years. She was like, Mija, and I just started crying and holding her, and she's going, who did this to you? Who did it? Who did it to you? And I didn't know that there was cops that were outside the door listening, and I told her who did it. And so then they wanted me to press charges and stuff. And I told the cops that I wasn't going to press charges. They arrested the guy, and they kept him for 72 hours. And because I didn't press charges, they let him go.